and welcome back to my channel. I'm Emma and this is So Do It Emma. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so you don't miss any new videos. Just press that ringer somewhere on your screen. That would be grand. For those who have subscribed and liked and commented, thank you so much. I do really enjoy interacting with you. So there we go. So if you haven't already, first thing is go and get yourself grab a cuppa. Yeah, I've got Earl Grey here. It's my to-go-to when I'm up in my sewing room. So I'm on here today to talk about Frugal Frocks 2021. It is run by Sam Frugalisma and Ruan the Yorkshire Sew Girl. They were going to collaborate with getting going through the stash and getting a free pattern and do it between themselves, but they decided to share it amongst us. So yeah, from a little seed it has went a full blossom. Because I've got such a big stash as well, I'm like, well, why not? Yeah, I've got quite a few bits of fabric and I've been going through the free patterns that are available in my size. I will talk to you about that as well. So yes, so for this challenge you have to have some stash fabric. You can't go out and buy it, so you have to go and choose something out of your stash according to the measurements of the fabric requirement on the pattern that you've chosen. 2, have a free pattern, so you go and choose from the resources available, which I will talk to you about in a moment. And 3, sew it up in the month of March. And yeah, reveal date on the 31st of March. So you've got about 4 weeks to sew this up, so it can be a nice slow show. Anyway, right. I've used for resources the Fat Bobbin Girl. She's got a blog, which I'll link in the box below, as well as Sustainability, and she's got a really good resource pointing out to free patterns as well. So particularly for me, I went on to Fat Bobbin Girl's or Broaden the Seams blog post and I looked at the patterns because she specifies plus sizes, as well as she'll give you the bust or the hip measurement rather than the finisher measurement. She'll give you the body measurements, so you go off that. So I've been going through them and I've kind of rounded the patterns up to 7 patterns. So let's get started. So the first one is the Ellen by the Fabric Store, and this goes up to 50 hips, so there'll be enough room for me. That'll be no problem. And that's the body measurements, so there's going to be a nice little flare, and it is absolutely beautiful. It's kind of a strong contender. I keep going back to it. It just fills me up with joy. The Littlest Studio has a striped dress. Now, I like this. The only problem is it only goes up to a 22, and then it doesn't really give me any more. I can't see any body measurements or hip measurements in there, so I'm like, okay. But there is a skirt calculator, so you must have to make your skirt up. But this is a jersey fabric, so I'm not quite sure. I really do like it because there's stripes going on the border. I quite kind of like that now. And as you know, I did a Moneta and then Maxi, and I really enjoyed how I put the stripe across and then on the skirt going vertical. So yes. Okay, another pattern by the Fabric Store is the CORA, and I like this one too. This goes up to a 53 bust. Now, I didn't get the hip measurement, but I believe that will go up significantly. I'll pop it in the box below, the information a bit more. You can go and have a wee look, and the links to the patterns. So it's all be down in the box. Okay. Next up is the peppermint pleated summer dress. Now this only goes up to 54.5 inch hip body measurement, but I've seen that it goes up the finished garment measurement. There's plenty of these, and the skirt's easy to adapt, just to add a couple of inches on each side of the seam, so that should be fine, and that will give me enough room in there. The top half isn't too much of a bother, it's more the bottom half that I really want to make sure that I've got enough ease in there. But yeah, this is a strong contender as well. I quite like the look of this pleated summer dress. I've never really done a full pleated skirt before in a dress, so it's quite interesting. Along with the pleated summer dress, it's another one from Peppermint magazine. Those patterns are free, but they ask for a donation, just a small donation to keep it ticking over. So if you can, please donate to the Peppermint magazine, and that will keep sewing, pattern and resources continue to share. Yeah. So yeah, the Bardot Dress by the Peppermint magazine is a collab with LB Textile, and that goes up to a 56.5 inch hip. I really like this. And it'll be lovely for like that late spring, summer kind of heat wave. I could even put a throwover, cardigan, something like that. Yeah, I do like this. I keep going back to this one as well, so I'm gonna have a really tough choice. Another one that I've seen quite often is the wide strap Maxi dress by another one by Peppermint magazine. Yeah. That goes up to a 54.5 inch hip, which is good. It's got lots of ease in there, so I've got no problem. I don't think I'll have to even add anything on the hip side because it just blows out. And I do like the elastic in the back. It gives you a bit of wiggle room as well. So yes, I kind of quite like this. It does take a lot of fabric though, so I'm not quite sure, but we'll see. I'm still in the midst of trying to choose fabric, but I'll show you some of the contenders that I'm thinking of. Okay, the everyday dress. Yes, it's another Peppermint magazine pattern, but why not? I think I'm going for the Peppermint magazine pattern because the instructions look quite comprehensive. Big word for me there. The everyday dress is a collab with In the Folds. It goes up to a hip of 54 inches. So yes, and those are all body measurements, not finished measurements, so there'll probably be some ease. I like the everyday dress. I'm just not 100% on it. I don't know. It is a frock. I don't know if it's quite posh for a frock. I mean, it could be quite posh. It just depends on the fabric that I choose or you choose. But yeah, hopefully the ones that I've chosen are a bit more size inclusive for people. So I hope you've noticed that I've tried to make my choices size inclusive for this video. I've been kind of watching like the Frugal Frocks hashtag on YouTube, the videos coming out, and seeing who is choosing what and what patterns are kind of showing through, and it's like, hang on, they're not size inclusive. And I feel I'm just like, that only goes up to 20, that's no use. I mean, 2022 borderline for my bust and waist, because my bust and waist are like 46 inches, and then my hips go 57, 58, maybe sometimes 59, just fluctuates every so often, times the month and you know what. Anyway, yeah, so I kind of want to make it more size inclusive for my lovely followers. Yeah. Fabric. I've kind of pulled a few things out. I've not made a right on choice at the moment, but I have got this CORA or double gauze. I got this in a D-stash, so it's been in my stash from a D-stash where we found now. I'm originally thinking, I think I've got over 2.5 meters of this, and it's not wide, but I'm thinking maybe, was it the Alien or the CORA that looked like the Sudley dress? So I was thinking that. Originally I was thinking the Sudley dress, so I'm not quite sure. But yeah, that's one fabric. But I have got a lot of fabric, so it might not be any of these that I show you. It could be a massive surprise on the 31st of March, but hey, that's not bad, is it? This is a linen, and I got this from Guthrie Ganny. It's beautiful linen. Originally I got it for the Floret dress by Megan Nielsen. I love that dress, and it can be made in a woven or jersey. And I got this lovely linen, and I've not made it. I'm like, should I keep saving it for this? I mean, it's a gorgeous thing. This would be lovely for the wide strap maxi dress or the Bardot Dress, both by Peppermint Magazine. But yeah, a lovely sort of pink. There we go. Oh. So there you go. Kind of ideas. Then I've got this, and this came from Fabric Godmother a wee while ago, I think last year, and I saw this lovely birds on it. I kind of fell in love, just like beautiful. I think I've got 2.5 meters of this, 140 wide. It's a viscose twill. It's lovely. It just feels like silk, like butter. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe the pleated summer dress. I don't know if that would work for that, or even the everyday dress, or the Alien. I don't know. Answers on the postcard, please. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that. So basically, choose a free pattern, dive into your stash and get a bit of fabric that suits that pattern, and also it's sufficiently enough fabric for the fabric requirement. Sew it up in the month of March, then reveal on the 31st of March. Simple as. And I've noticed Everyday, Ruan and Sam have been posting like all the prizes, and they look absolutely amazing. So yeah, looking really forward to it. There's quite a lot of prizes already in there for grabs, so yeah. During the challenge, please make sure that you tag both of them and use the hashtag FrugalFrocks. Yes, Emma, FrugalFrocks 2021. Have it all done and posted and shared on the 31st March. Yeah, so you've got about 4 weeks to do this. You'll be fine. Well over 4 weeks. Yeah. So that's me. I hope you're okay. Take care. Please like. Please do comment. I would love to hear your little views on what you think I should go for. Okay. Take care, loves. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. By liking this video, you're spreading the joy of me onto YouTube so other people can view it and hopefully subscribe. Happy sewing. Take care. Bye.